Let's roll. Rushing in, or are we going sneaky beaky like? Okay. Roger that. Let's have it, lads.
Lanjang tuh.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. Move it, son. Laying down smoke.
2A.
Bomb has been planted. Defusing. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. Roger. Gear up. We're going in. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Cheers, big fella.
Kiri. Maybe no one.
Throwing fire.
Palace.
That's a negative. Counter-terrorists win. Now we're getting stuck right now.
Drop. Drop, guys. Orange.
Okay.
Thanks.
Come on, chop. Incendiary. Grenade out. Smoke. Grenade out. Throwing fire. Incendiary. Counter-terrorists win. Remember, this isn't the killing house anymore. This is real life. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out.
Beep. Side. B. Flash.
Bomb has been throwing fire. Terrorists win.
Yes, I am drop.
Right, lads. We're on. Incendiary out. Throwing smoke. Grenade.
Back shot.
Throwing fire. Bomb has been planted.
Window.
Hey! Go to first. Come on.
Terrorists win. Let's have at it, mates. Laying down smoke.
A split. Ramp. Ah.
Main, one main.
Counter-terrorists win. Here you go. Let's move out. Incendiary. Smoke. Deploying flashbang. Incendiary out. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke. Terrorists win. Yes. Watch out. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal and they don't mind using it. Throwing smoke. Grenade out. Throwing a grenade. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. fire. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing fire.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Let's go, fellas. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Deploying flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Took the piss out of them. No more talking. Now we fight. Affirmative. Agreed. Da. This is our fight. Throw in the flashbang. Smoke! Activating the bomb.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
We cannot be killed.
I smoke there.
Of course. Go, go, go! Smoke! Throw in smoke! Throw in the flashbang! I'm throwing it! I planted.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Oh, fear us. Affirmative. It is time now, my brother. Smoke! I'm throwing the flashbang. Smoke! Flashbang! Throwing fire! I'm throwing fire. Activating the bomb. Grenade out! I'm throwing a grenade!
Terrorists win.
We will stop your little scout!
Piras, piras. Yes. Now go
Yes, yes. Throw in the flashbang! I'm throwing the flashbang. Flashbang! I'm throwing the flashbang. Smoke! Smoke! Smoke on them!
Bomb has
Throw in
been
the flashbang! Grenade! Throw in fire!
has been planted.
Short,
Mid,
short.
go.
I'm throwing a grenade. Flashbang. Decoy. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Terrorists win.
I'll die. Come on, let's go! Throw in the flashbang! I'm throwing fire! Grenade out! Throwing bomb! Throw in the flashbang! Flashbang! Grenade!
Go.
Counter-terrorists win.
Okay, let's go. City and jungle stair smoke. Please give me a smoke.
Forward!
Come here. Follow me.
Smoke! Thank you.
Smokes. Prof.
Smoke!
Counter-terrorists win.
Let's go! Smoke! Throw in the flashbang! I'm throwing the flashbang! I'm throwing a grenade! Flashbang! Smoke!
Go.
Planted.
Bomb has been planted.
Stop. Fuck, fellas. One fellas. What
Counter-terrorists
the
win.
fuck? Rush, guys. Rush. Don't stop.
Yes. We must move. Throwing smoke. Smoke. Flashback. I'm planting the bomb.
Jungle.
Bomb has been planted.
Throwing fire.
What the fuck, guys?
Vas-y,
One
c'est-
jungle, one city. City.
I'm throwing a flashback.
I'm low.
I
Grenade.
Terrorists win.
We are the best. We have destroyed them.
It's just another ordinary day for Masao Yoshida. He's a 56-year-old engineer running a nuclear power plant. Like every day, he's assigning tasks, reviewing reports, and making sure everything is running smoothly. Little does he know that at this very moment, about 180 kilometers away, events are set in motion that will lead to one of the greatest disasters in the history of Japan. Just offshore, the Earth starts trembling. A magnitude 9 undersea megathrust earthquake shakes the region. The Japanese are used to earthquakes, but this one is different. It's the most powerful one the country has ever seen. And it will trigger a chain of events that will change the world forever.
Japan has been hit by its biggest earthquake since
An
records
explosion
began.
was heard and smoke seen.
The images of destruction and flooding coming out of Japan are simply heartbreaking.
Well, this is definitely not good news.
This one is a bigger scale than anything this country has ever faced.
There are new fears today that the reactor core being breached.
There are now serious concerns about radioactive material leaks.
Masao Yoshida is in his office when the earthquake strikes. By the time it's over, the entire nuclear plant has lost power. The quake has cut Fukushima Daiichi off from the electrical grid. Although they generate their own electricity, nuclear plants still rely on external power to operate. Fukushima Daiichi has 6 reactor units. Each reactor houses radioactive fuel rods. Nuclear fission generates intense heat that turns water into steam. That steam then drives massive turbines to produce electricity. The fuel rods continue to generate heat even when the reactors are shut down. That's why they need to be cooled at all times. The plant has emergency diesel generators, or EDGs, to keep the water pumps running in case of a power outage. Reactor 1 is an older model that instead uses an isolation condenser to cool the rods. Units 1 to 3 automatically shut down after the earthquake. Units 4 to 6 have already been offline for maintenance. With grid power gone, the backup generators kick in to keep the cooling systems operational. Masao Yoshida immediately evacuates his staff. The plant has a designated emergency response center with seismic filters to withstand earthquakes. Yoshida and parts of his staff shelter there. Disaster drills are routine, but when a real emergency unfolds, chaos takes over. Now, they need to stay calm and hope the cooling systems hold. Because if they don't, the worst-case scenario looms: a full-scale nuclear meltdown. The fuel rods could melt into an extremely hot and radioactive mass. That mass could reach temperatures of up to 2000 degrees Celsius and melt through the reactor pressure vessel. It could leak into the environment and contaminate vast areas, rendering them completely uninhabitable for decades. The heat also builds up immense pressure inside the reactor. If it gets too high, the reactor could explode. At the ERC, Yoshida checks in with other operators across the plant. He's trying to assess the status of the reactors. Everything appears to be stable so far. The backup generators are running. The cooling systems seem to work. For a brief moment, everyone eases up a bit. But the earthquake was just the beginning. Events like Fukushima remind us why the world needs experts who can design safer systems and respond to crises. You will work around 80,000 hours in your life. That's plenty of time to contribute to something meaningful, like preventing AI-related catastrophe or reducing pandemic risks. But where would you even start? 80,000 Hours is also the name of today's sponsor, a non-profit that's not selling you anything. Their only goal is to help you use your career to have the biggest positive impact possible. Get their free in-depth. Fukushima Daiichi sits right on the shoreline. It's designed to withstand waves up to 6 meters high. But against this monster tsunami, the walls don't stand a chance. A wave of almost 15 meters washes over the nuclear plant. Roads and pathways disappear underwater. Vehicles are swept away like paper boats. People run for their lives, seeking shelter on higher floors. About 8 minutes later, a second wave strikes, almost as high as the first. Containment buildings, turbines, offices, the flood just swallows the entire site. Yoshida monitors the situation from the ERC. A report comes in from the control room in Reactor 1. The tsunami has flooded the diesel generators. The lights are out, and the instrument panels have gone dark. The isolated condenser at Reactor 1 has lost signal from the control room and gone into automatic shutdown. Without electricity, the engineers have no idea what's happening inside the reactors. They don't know if a meltdown can still be prevented, or if it's already well underway. Yoshida knows that this situation extends far beyond the power plant itself. He reports to the local and national governments. Throughout the afternoon, a team of engineers tries to restart the isolated condenser to cool Reactor 1. But they fail. While Yoshida and his team are fighting to cool the reactors, the outside world takes stock of the havoc the tsunami wreaked. The waves have inundated large parts of the eastern coastline. Miyagi Prefecture is among the most affected. These are the areas hit by the tsunami. Tens of thousands of people have lost their lives. 100,000 people are forced to evacuate, and about 1 million homes are destroyed. The entire region is wrecked. But right now, the world's eyes are fixed on the looming nuclear disaster at Fukushima Daiichi. The workers at the plant are forced to get creative. They hook up car batteries to the instrument panels to restore the lights. Now they can finally read the parameters again and monitor the situation. Pressure inside the reactor is rising fast. Without cooling, the intense heat will boil the remaining water into steam and force the pressure even higher. There's only one option left to prevent an explosion: venting. That's a last resort procedure where special valves are opened to release steam and reduce pressure inside the reactor. Venting might prevent an explosion, but it has a price. Radioactive material could be released into the atmosphere, causing extreme levels of contamination. Which is why Masao Yoshida considers it the very last resort. Amidst the chaos, he's in close contact with the Tokyo headquarters of TEPCO, the power company that owns and operates the plant. But communication is difficult. People at HQ don't seem to grasp the gravity of the situation. Yoshida and his team feel abandoned. The water level in Reactor 1 is checked every 15 minutes and manually recorded next to the gauge. It appears to be rising. Maybe the water is not evaporating after all. The staff is relieved. They don't know the gauge is wrong. The worst case scenario at Reactor 1 is already fully underway. The meltdown is happening. Radiation levels on site start spiking on the very first night. Yoshida fears the worst. What if Reactor 1 has a leak and is already releasing radioactive material? He receives new orders from TEPCO headquarters. The venting process must be started immediately to relieve pressure inside the reactor. But Yoshida hesitates. The plant is still without power, and without it, venting can't be done remotely. The valves have to be opened manually, which means Yoshida has to send his workers into potentially contaminated areas. The radiation there could already be deadly. He faces an impossible choice: defy orders from the top, or risk the lives of his team. The next morning, the government designates an evacuation zone. Residents within a 10-kilometer radius from the plant have to leave their homes. A few hours later, a helicopter touches down on site. It's Japan's Prime Minister, Naoto Kan. He says he wants to assess the situation firsthand. But it soon becomes clear why he's really here: to pressure Yoshida into starting the venting process. Minutes later, the Prime Minister and his helicopter take off again. Yoshida and his team prepare for their most dangerous operation yet. A group of young workers volunteers to open the valves manually. Yoshida calls them his suicide squad. The men are fully suited up, pushing forward through the dark corridors. It's incredibly hot, almost 100 degrees Celsius, and all around them, invisible radiation looms. They finally make their way to the valves. Radioactive particles escape into the air, but at least the team is able to somewhat ease the pressure inside the reactor. Or so it seems. A massive explosion tears through the air. The blast is heard for miles. It's reactor unit 1, or more precisely, its roof. It has been blown apart. 4 workers are injured. The superheated, vaporizing cooling water inside the vessel reacted with the molten fuel rods, producing hydrogen gas. Trapped beneath the roof, the hydrogen formed an explosion. For miles. It's reactor unit 1, or more precisely, its roof. It has been blown apart. 4 workers are injured. The superheated, vaporizing cooling water inside the vessel reacted with the molten fuel rods, producing hydrogen gas. Trapped beneath the roof, the hydrogen formed an explosive bubble and ignited. A huge amount of radiation is released into the environment. And the entire world is watching live on TV.
A steam hydrogen explosion.
Officials are still trying to figure out how much radiation escaped.
Fears of a nuclear meltdown.
But official reports are contradictory. Japan's Nuclear and Industrial Safety Agency NISA talks about a nuclear meltdown before the explosion has even happened. TEPCO and the Japanese government deny it.
Let's roll.
The evacuation zone is expanded to 20 kilometers. More people are forced to leave their homes. For now, the wind is pushing the radioactive cloud out onto the Pacific. But if it turns, it could blow straight towards Tokyo. At the plant, another issue comes up. The staff is running out of fresh water coolant. But the reactors must stay cool at all costs to prevent another explosion like the one in Unit 1.
冷却水がなくなりました。海水注入を開始します。
Yoshida makes a critical decision to use seawater for cooling. Fire trucks start pumping seawater into the reactor cores. Everything seems to be going according to plan. But then Yoshida gets another call from TEPCO.
海水注入って一体どういうことだ？はい、進めてます。本当か？はい、もう開始してます。
Let's roll.
何か問題ありますか？そんなことはするな。どういうことですか？とにかくやめろ。なぜですか？もう動いているので止められません。黙れ。こっちはみんなそれで怒る。
Go, 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 go. Yes.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Shoo! I agree. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Throwing smoke. I'm throwing the flashbang. Flying down to fire. I've planted the bomb.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. You will all die. Thank you, brother. Cover this area. Let's move. Smoke! Throw in the flashbang! I'm throwing the flashbang. Flashbang! Deploying smoke shield. Throwing smoke.
One window.
Throwing fire. Throwing the flashbang. Fire in the grenade out. Throwing a Molotov. I fear no man. Let's send them to the sick bay, shall we? I'm throwing the flashbang. Throwing the flashbang. 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 Deploying smoke shield. Molotov out. Grenade. On my way to plant.
Bomb has been planted.
You will cry like babies before you die. We're all the real man. Yes, yes, yes.
Let's get in and get out, okay? No time for bloody dilly-dallying about.
I'm throwing the flashbang. Throw the flashbang. are the best.
Come on, let's go. Quick sticks.
I'm throwing a flashback. Throwing a flashback. Grenade! Hard. We will stop your little scout. Yes.
Oh.
Molotov out.
Flashbang. Bomb has been planted. Throw in the flashbang. Smoke.
Oak. Last oak.
Terrorists win. We will dance on your graves. This is our fight.
Smoke shield.
Flashbang. Flashbang.
Smoking.
Flashbang. Throw in the flashbang.
Wow.
Terrorists win.
Shield.
We cannot be killed. Oh, fear us. You are stupid to think you will win.
Let's move. Come on, hurry up. Throwing flashbang.
Throw in the flashbang. Throw in the flashbang. Flashbang.
Deploying smoke shield. Fire in the hole. Throwing smoke.
Throwing smoke. Throwing fire.
One window up.
Molotov out.
I'm throwing a grenade.
One city.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Flashbang out.
Car.
Terrorists win. You will all die. We are the best. Little girls, right? Yes.
Come on, let's go.
Flashbang.
Flashbang.
Molotov. Grenade out. Smoke.
Grenade out. Throwing a Molotov.
Flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Please give me a gun, guy.
Now is the time. Thank you. Throw in the flashbang.
Deploying smoke shield.
I threw in the flashbang. Smoke.
Laying down to fire. Throwing flashbang. Cover me while I plant.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Nice! Time to move, knuckleheads.
Flashbang. Throw in the flashbang. Drop the bomb. I'm throwing a flashbang. I'm throwing fire.
Grenade out. Molotov out.
Fog. Throwing a flashbang. Throwing smoke.
Wow.
Counter-terrorists win. Thank you. Oh, feel right. Together we can do this. I'm throwing a flashbang. Darn. Flashbang out. Grenade. Fire. Smoke. Smoke. Flashbang.
Smoking. Throwing smoke. Grenade.
Nobody will know.
Throwing a Molotov.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Bomb and grenade.
Laying down some fire. Fire in the hole.
Terrorists win.
Alright, good on you.
Move out! Come on, let's get this started.
Counter-terrorists win. Move it, son. Roger that. You're right on. You're right on. Flashbang.
Deploying smoke shield.
Incendiary. Deploying flashbang. Grenade. Throwing fire. Deploying flashbang. Counter-terrorist win. We're in the clear, lads. We give them a spanking.